Okay, so I promise we're going to get into the Vancouver Canucks trade update, but I wanted to start this video off by talking about some of the stupidest, pettiest, and kind of, funniest Vancouver Canucks social media material. This is a Twitter account that stalks, essentially, NHL players. They joined on November 2025, and they are the NHL Follow Tracker. What they do is they notify the masses whenever an NHL player follows and unfollows somebody on Instagram. You can see that 14 minutes ago, Conor unfollowed Mac Boucher Golf, for example. 24 minutes ago, Martin Pospisil ended up following Alex Billy and Noro, whoever that is. This seems to be a bot account, so obviously the person running it isn't actively going through everybody's NHL social media trying to find who they follow and who they unfollow. Max Sasson followed Zeev Buium just about an hour ago. Tyler Myers over here, P.O. Joseph, Quinn Hughes, he ended up following Kirill Kaprizov. But the reason this Twitter account made its way onto the Canucks fans' peripherals is because of two of their updates. First, this is what they tweeted out after the Quinn Hughes trade went down. That Boston Bruins defenseman Nikita Zadorov unfollowed Quinn Hughes on Instagram. Now, look at us, eh? We're going out here and using this as video material. Why are we talking about players unfollowing each other? But, of course, Nikita Zadorov was a part of the Canucks back in 2024. And seeing him literally unfollow Vancouver's captain right after he gets traded is a pretty interesting piece of trivia. But things got even more interesting when Tyler Myers unfollowed Vinny Desharnais, who of course is no longer a Vancouver Canuck. Welcome to San Jose, buddy. But he also unfollowed Thatcher Demko. And this tweet, posted yesterday, early in the AM, 2:30, had a lot of people going out there and responding with quite interesting quote tweets and what have you. Hey, wait a minute. What's going on here? Why is Tyler Myers unfollowing Thatcher Demko? Something is going on here. What's happening? What's happening? And you know what's funny? The NHL team actually responded to that. Quite subtly as well. Because Vancouver Canucks Twitter, they went out there and posted this image before yesterday's game against the Rangers. It's, of course, Tyler Myers and Thatcher Demko walking into the arena together. And fans quickly caught on. Hey, wait a minute, the Canucks admin is addressing the drama over here. And then, after the Canucks beat New York, they posted this. Demko and Myers with a smiley face attached on top. Yeah, I've never seen as many Demko and Myers pictures as I did today. The admin should change the profile picture for the night. So, you can say that this could be a shot at Canucks fans. It could be a troll job of some sort. You can say that Tyler Myers didn't really care about unfollowing Thatcher Demko on Instagram. They're good friends, it seems like. Maybe he unfollowed the guy just so that the Twitter account would notify everybody and everybody would get all freaked out. But really, they're all just good friends and it's all not a big deal. There's no beef between Tyler Myers and Thatcher Demko. I would probably assume that. This ain't Petey Miller 2.0. But speaking about Thatcher Demko and some of the other players on the Vancouver Canucks, I wanted to go over the latest on Vancouver's trade situation. Because you had Chris Johnston on the Chris Johnston Show earlier this week, updating us on the latest Canucks trade rumors. It's gonna be the veteran guys, I think, that'll be the focus. The Kiefer Sherwoods, maybe Teddy Blueger or Evander Kane. We'll see if Conor Garland gets included. My sense is they don't really want to move him, Chris Johnston said. And I'm also going to go out there and toss Thatcher Demko's name into the hat, not because I myself am an insider, I'm a guy that knows what he's talking about, and I've got people feeding things into my ear left, right, and center. No, that is absolutely not the case. And I fully acknowledge that guys like Thatcher Demko and Conor Garland, Brock Besser, and even Tyler Myers, they want to be in Vancouver. We can fully go out there and say that. We can confidently make that assumption because they said it verbally multiple times throughout the course of their contract situations and after they signed their deals. They are Canucks. They want to be Canucks. They don't care who is on the team, who is off the team. They're committed to this city and they're committed to this team. Unlike Quit Hughes. Okay, let's skip that a little bit here. But I wanted to refer to a tweet to get this narrative going. This is what Stewie Griffin said. This is the Canucks, when they have a chance to tank and possibly get a top 3 draft pick. And it's that hilarious video of Penguins players going out onto the ice all wearing Sidney Crosby jerseys, essentially memeing on the fact that Vancouver is on a 2-game win streak ever since they traded away Quinn Hughes, the first time they have won 2 games in a row on the season since the middle of October. And Thatcher Demko is a big reason why they've done that. My question is, if the Vancouver Canucks are serious about wanting to get a top 3 pick, which they seem to be, based off of the commentary on this squad from guys like Thomas Drance and others, do you consider legitimately trading Thatcher Demko away? Now, playing Demko in the way the Canucks have, 2 games in a row against New Jersey and New York on the road, he ends up getting a shutout against the Rangers, a 9-6-2 game against the Devils. He's looking really good all of a sudden after that stinker of a game versus Buffalo. With Thatcher Demko playing as much as he is, you can debate a few things. Either 1, this is an opportunity for Demko to get himself back up on the high horse and boost up whatever trade value he has. Or 2, knock on wood, this doesn't happen, but he gets hurt again, and Vancouver ends up running Lankinen and Tolopilo, and they crash and burn, because unfortunately, Lankinen and Tolopilo, they're not Thatcher Demko. This can go one of 2 ways. If he showcases himself off so well that all of a sudden he is that good again, it does pose a threat to Vancouver's top draft pick opportunity, if you know what I mean. But, of course, knowing that Thatcher Demko said he wants to be a Canuck, he wants to be in Vancouver, he wants to be with this team, that, of course, is something that we can be proud of, that this guy found a home and he has a team that he wants to play for, he wants to bleed for. But I might remind you, though, he does not have trade protection right now on his current contract. He's got trade protection on the contract that kicks in next season. That's when his no-move clause kicks in. Thatcher Demko is still fair game to being traded now. Whether or not the Vancouver Canucks would be interested in entertaining such a move remains to be seen. Do they want to piss off a guy who had committed this entire segment of his career to Vancouver, or would they be looking towards the long-term future instead? You also have other names, Teddy Blueger, Evander Kane, Conor Garland, Kiefer Sherwood. Sherwood's got to go at some point. His value is declining day by day. We'd been speaking about how his goal production pace has been lowering every time we make a video about him. Now he's on pace for 32 goals on the year. It's not the 35, 39, 45, 50 goal pace he was on earlier. He's only got 1 goal in the last however many games this is. The guy has stopped scoring, and you could definitely say that a lot of the trade rumors have been part of that. Hey, the guy was all of a sudden thrown into all these talks. People are talking about him getting moved, and then he stops scoring goals. It's not like Quinn Hughes, where it's like the guy's giving up on plays. It's just maybe he's gripping the stick a little bit too tightly. I don't know. I feel kind of bad for Sherwood, but at this point it's like, hey, he's played so well and he's accrued so much value, the Canucks would be unwise to keep him beyond honestly, even the Christmas break. We'll see. But Kiefer Sherwood, probably the next to go. You talk about Teddy Blueger. This guy's been out for so long. I feel like Canucks fans don't even remember that he's on the team. Evander Kane, though, Canucks fans definitely know he's on the team, and I'd say that a good chunk of them don't like that fact all too much. But Conor Garland, I'd say he's in that same territory with Demko. Garland, of course, also committed to Vancouver. He likes it here. He likes being a Canuck, and he wants to be one of the leaders to help them through these times. It would be sad to see Garland go, but I think if there is a chance to do something interesting, and if the Canucks can get a lot for him, I think they should. I don't know, it hurts to say, but there is emphasis on being able to be content with players that want to be here, and that is Demko, that is Garland, that is Myers even. I want you to let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. How do you feel about this Vancouver Canucks trade update via Chris Johnson? What are your thoughts on who gets moved next? Where do you think they go? And what do you think the trade returns could be for any of these guys? Let me know in the comments all your opinions. I hope you enjoyed this video. Sign on. And bye.